This is not scripted, nor is it rehearsed, so I hope that I can keep on track and just get through this video super quick. But I've seen a couple videos, and these videos move me to my soul, man. And it's videos about, you know, kind of like mindset, finding peace, trying to understand our way throughout this chaotic life. And I don't have all the answers, so this may not resonate with anybody, but I want to share a few things that literally have just kept me, you know, just on the right track, living a good life, constantly refinding my direction. Okay. So I went to prison when I was a teenager. I was a young teenager that got into an altercation. I went to maximum security prison. When I was in maximum security prison, I fell to nothing, man. It was rough. It was just like the movies. It really was. And I say this all the time. During the darkest days of my life, I became the best version of myself. And what that means is at my lowest, I discovered myself. I found joy even in the dark place. I found joy. I found purpose. I found gratitude in this horrible place. And it taught me so many things. And this mindset that was forged in that horrific place is what has led me to where I'm at right now. So I call that I will rise and you will too. It's a mindset. Now this mindset has 4 fundamentals. And I know all I do is talk TikTok shop on here, but if you don't know this, prior to TikTok shop, for years on social media, that's all I did was when I got out of prison, I seen how hard it was. Like I seen it. Because I thought when I got out of prison, I thought I was gonna be successful. And when I got out, I seen how difficult it was, and I was like, holy shit. And I posted about it, and then guess what? I seen men going through divorce, single mothers, people overcoming addiction, people coming out of prison. They were all dealing with the same thing. They were trying to find themselves. They were trying to find purpose. It feels like we're just spinning our wheels. So, you know, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? And I put this at the top of my TikTok page. I didn't know anything about TikTok, had no followers. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna document my life. I cut on my phone. I was working at Applebee's at the time. And I put this at the top of my page, documenting my journey about rising and helping others. That's it. I wanted to be a roadmap. I wanted to pave a path and be a roadmap for people to see in real time. This is what led me to do this TikTok shop page, because I deviated off of doing that for a moment to create stability, but I love to help people so much. I was like, shit, I'll incorporate TikTok shop into it. And what do you know? Mindset comes about because all I talk about really with TikTok shop is mindset, because mindset will lead you so far. Mindset will get you through the hard times. Mindset will help you be grateful, give you purpose. It'll do it all. It really will. So let me get back on focus. But today, from a respect, I respect these creators that are sharing their opinions. I love it. I love that they share it because it resonates with so many people. But he was talking about how he was, you know, the goalpost keeps moving and does it end? And he's like, what do you do? And I want to say this, not to that person, but to anybody that's struggling. And it's like, it's always something else. And this is what I truly believe. With I will rise and you will too, there's 4 fundamentals. Let me just tell you the 4 fundamentals, and I'm going to tell you what I feel like when it comes to like constantly moving the bar, and we think that this will be it, and then it's not it, and then it's the next thing. The first fundamental with I will rise and you will too is to be encompassed in gratitude. Every day of my life, bringing gratitude to the forefront of our minds. See, we're grateful for so much, but we can lose track of it through the trials and tribulations of life, through anxiety, through anything, right? We can lose track of it. So first of all, bring gratitude to the forefront of our mind. Every single day, I take a mile walk of gratitude. And guess what? I say that. Hey, what am I doing? I'm taking a mile walk of gratitude. What does that do? It kind of brings everything back to the forefront of my mind. Number 2 is to be rooted in the understanding that life is challenging and that's okay. See, whenever bad shit happens to me, I say, oh, this is normal. See, life has been rough since the beginning of time, no matter what. For our parents, their parents' parents, life has always been rough. It will continue to be rough. Despite the fact of going through different struggles, it is still a struggle. It is still a struggle. So we got to be rooted. Whenever we're rooted, We can handle those storms better. We know, we understand, right? We're more understanding. So be rooted in the understanding that life is challenging, and that's okay. That's number 2. Number 3 is faith without works is dead, and you must fall in love with the process of becoming great. See, we can all have faith without works. We can have a dream. We can say, man, we want to do this with TikTok Shop, boom, but we got to put in the work, right? Faith without works is dead, and you must fall in love with the process. We got to love the struggle. We got to love the confusion, right? Why do we love the confusion? Because we know that we're coming into circumstances that are unknown. That means that we're moving in a direction that we've never been before. For every next level of our life, it's going to require a different version of ourselves. So we got to, faith without works is dead, and you must fall in love with the process of becoming great. The last one, this is our 4th fundamental. I will rise and you will too. Social support and mutual aid. One person helping another makes us both stronger. So this isn't me, oh, I'm going to help these people out. I'm better. No, this helps me. Helps me just like it helps anybody else. So in reference to a lot of things, there's a lot of answers that lie in this right here. I'm going to share this. Every day, wake up with a vision of what you want to accomplish. With TikTok Shop, it can become so overwhelming because we wake up and we're spinning our wheels. We're seeing success, some of us aren't. And we're like, oh, what are we doing? And we think that whenever we get here, we're going to be happy. But what we got to learn is we got to learn that it's a journey. All of this is a journey. Every next goal is just a part of the journey. So create that goal. Ask yourself what you want to accomplish. When you get to that, or when you know you're about to approach those goals, you're going to set new goals, because this life is just a life of living, right? And whenever you have your fundamentals of what's your purpose of life, then you're going to be able to add to it. When you have your fundamentals of, listen, if I make so much money, I know what my next step is. We're going to just help more and more people. But we're not even there yet. Our goals are so big, we need to create security. So we're not necessarily dissatisfied, or we're not content. What we're doing is we're just building and living and constantly living and being encompassed in gratitude, and we're grateful. And if we have our fundamentals, and if we say, and if you have, there's a moral compass, and I will rise and you will too. So your moral compass might say family is most important. So at that point, we don't need to question anything. TikTok goes to the side. The moral compass tells us to put TikTok down for a while. So our moral compass will help us decide. Our vision will help us move forward. And this is super important. And our gratitude keeps us grounded in everything. So I strongly urge this. Create a vision of what we want to accomplish, right? Create it. Think it big. Have a moral compass that keeps you in line morally, so you don't neglect your family, so that you don't go off the deep end, so you stay in line, right? So you have your moral compass, you have your vision, and you be grateful through it all. And even whenever we do this, we're gonna struggle. But when we have all of these tools, it's easy to reel it back in and be like, oh yeah, this is what's most important. Don't forget to be grateful, but we're going to keep working. So I believe in this with everything I love. So the mindset and have a moral compass. That's truly important. Chase everything you desire. Have a moral compass. Never forget to be grateful, and fall in love with that process, because this journey is just beginning. What's pretty cool is that we wrote a couple books about this. We built an organization. We created I Will Rise and You Will Too. And we've been around the United States, just flew to Alaska a couple months ago and spoke, and try to help as many as we can go to our local recreation department schools. But we're still building it. It's still it's falling in love with the process. I love y'all, and thank you for listening.